boom, boom, boom. Be back. That matters, I guess. Nate and
What is
myself.
up?
How's it going, man? Had a good weekend for Mother's Day.
That's right. That's right. Didn't get to see my mother, but talked to her for a little while. Called her for a while, and 15 hours away, so not an easy trip up there, but
And yeah, I talked to my mom too. She didn't know that far of a drive. I talked to her on the phone, and then I think about it. She has Mother's Day Sunday, and her birthday's tomorrow. So like within like,
okay.
so it's okay. I'm gonna get up to you for your birthday. But she left. She left to go to Panama today. So
Oh,
she's had a
sorry,
better
can't
time
do
than
it.
me. Good for her, man.
Yep.
But
That's
dude,
funny.
it was a slow weekend on Sunday. How like I was watching like ESPN news because of was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday have to be Saturday because I was looking for the fights and they had the fights on ESPN news. But then after the fights, they were like because I had some others on the main ESPN, and then they turned into ESPN news. They had I know they had Pillow Fighting Championship.
Yeah, me neither.
It's like what the fuck? So this guy had wrestling shoes on.
Really?
Yeah, wrestling shoes on. Like, dude, he was like throwing like
Mouth guards and headgear?
no, they didn't go that far. Like, dude, they were like blocking one hand. Like, yeah, they were doing like spinning, hitting with a pillow,
My
all
God.
kinds of shit, man. Like they were blocking, so you get like so many points for head hit and body hit. And I think that's the only sport in which you don't have to have muscles. The softer your body look, the better it is for the sport. It's a pillow fighting championship. So I was wondering, hey,
What's the
before the
training regimen for something like that, I
I know,
wonder?
right? They just like go to slumber parties. Who you
I
running?
dominate every slumber party I go to.
Yeah, like no, I swear to you, man, this is championship for this. I'm training for the world championship. In one of the guys, he was in there after the match because it's only one round, I think. It's one, I think it's like 1 4 minute round, something like that. And after the round was over, this guy took his shirt off celebrating and he lost the match. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
That's funny.
Oh, but I know like that was a competition.
I had no idea either. I wonder how
And
that
before,
scored.
huh?
I wonder how it scored.
I think the head hits and body hits, I think that's what they
Okay.
score based off in leg hits too. But not many people go for the leg hit because you'll get hit in the head anyways with a
Yeah.
pillow. Wait, what if we like the pillow comes out of the pillowcase? How do they score that?
Should be bonus points
Yeah,
for the
like
other
dude,
guy.
like instead of like consider like gloves off or like before matches, they start talking to each other in press conference. They call it trash talking or is it pillow talk for the conference?
My God.
What is it called when they go against each other? It's a weird sport.
I, yeah, I can imagine.
I thought slap and what's bad.
Yeah.
Pillow fighting championship.
Although there still might be more skill in the pillow fighting than in the slapping.
Yeah, because it's more what you call it's just like traveling distance is different,
Right.
different range.
Yep. Yeah, you got to plan that out. I mean, when are they going to swing? Yeah, when are you going to swing? Some
Yeah,
strategy there.
and you blocking too, head movement, weaving.
Slap boxing, I can't stand that shit. Gosh, that annoys me that that's even a thing.
Oh, yeah, me too. Like there's not much like from here to here. You just take it.
Yeah. Like I get it. There's probably technique in like how you slap and how you transfer the energy. There's definitely technique there, but like that is CTE for sure. No doubt.
Yeah,
Like you're just
just
killing your brain.
just they put cotton in the ears.
What's that?
Some of them
Yeah.
put cotton in the ears
Yeah.
for that reason.
Probably so they don't rupture their eardrum.
Yeah, probably on the impact. It's crazy.
Golly. Yeah.
And they by the way, right after that championship, they had the Microsoft Excel World
Oh my
Championship.
God. I've seen that too. That is insanely nerdy.
Yeah.
God.
Dude, imagine being called, you get hired for the position of being the commentator for the Microsoft Excel World Championship. How do you narrate that?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. My girlfriend loves sending clips of that to me because I do a lot of Excel, like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of Excel for work.
Yeah,
She loves sending that to me. But yeah, no, I'm nowhere near that level, thankfully.
yeah. I'm used to be like get caught up in the going on the rabbit hole of that. I follow one of the accounts. Shout out to Cheat Sheets on Instagram. I used to watch the videos all the time. Like, oh, I already know how to do this. Like, I have to memorize how to do that. So I do a lot of Excel stuff too. So like, but like, oh yeah, I need this one. I need this one.
Oh, this is gold here.
Yeah,
That's funny.
good. Let me archive this one. Let me flag it. Yeah, man. I know there was a championship for them.
That's funny. Yeah, I think it was probably a year and a half or 2 years ago I heard about it, but that's wild.
Grand prize $15,000.
For real?
Yeah, $15,000.
Dang. Dang. For the insane amount of hours they put into it, I'm sure doesn't pay that well.
No. Man, I know there's weird competitions out there, man.
Hmm.
I used to watch a show. I think it was a show, or it was like a different episodes they have. I think it's Netflix, like series in which they had different like championship. For example, the Run of the Cheese was one of them. Eating the hottest peppers competition was one of them. There was this guy that he didn't have any taste bud, so he would just eat them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
They
was
just
like,
couldn't feel anything anymore.
yeah, but I bet your body has a physiological response to it after eating so much, especially your esophagus.
I'm sure. Yeah. He can't. Yeah. That must have messed him up.
Yeah, doesn't matter how much you don't feel it, your body has a response.
Right.
Your GI tract's gonna be
I mean,
suffering.
I've been at that point before where my mouth can take a lot more spices than the rest of me can.
Yeah, dude, you'll be paying later on.
Yeah.
Oh man,
You said that's a series?
I think it's a I can't remember the name of the series called something like something champions, like weird champions on the
That sounds interesting. I feel like I would definitely watch that.
yeah.
I'll have to look for it.
Yeah, because the run of the cheese, like people just get arms broken.
Wait, what?
Have you ever seen the run of the cheese where they have like have a roll of cheese that they like this old like retirement home, they like get it together and stuff like that for the competition, and they have a cheese ball in which rolls down a hill that's like I don't know how many yards, but it's like I think it's like a 60-degree incline. So you have to run down the hill. Whoever gets the cheese first wins.
Oh my God.
You haven't seen that?
Yeah. No, I haven't.
My God, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I can only imagine how fast you get going running after that. Dang.
And people get fucked up all the time because they trample on each other. Because you can only run so fast on your legs, and after that, you're just rolling.
Yeah, 100, yeah.
Cheese run, that's what it's called.
What nation is this?
In UK, in England.
Really?
Yeah, called the cheese run. Maybe you can see it. Damn, it's loud. You see him?
Yeah, they wipe out right from the get-go.
That's what it is. Just getting fucked up.
That's crazy.
And other people that they just get worse. They get destroyed. Like they run over each other and stuff. It's like being in the mosh pit running.
Right, yeah. Like, who thought of this?
It had to be some old boring people that getting
You know,
bored back then.
you know, it was probably it being England, it was probably some like nobleman who could afford it, and then these peasants who couldn't afford the cheese. And he's like, "Here, run after this. Watch, guys, this will be great."
Just
That's
release
probably
the
where it
cheese.
started.
I know that competition. I know them. Remember for some remember the video you sent me, Mr. T?
Yeah,
Singing for Mother's Day?
yeah.
I was looking him up because I remember he was famous for being a bouncer back in the day. That's when he became famous, and then he like became like part of pro wrestling and stuff like that. But he was part of a competition too. It was like a bouncer competition, and one of the contests was throwing people, like picking up people and throwing. That was one of the tests that they had to do in the competition.
That does sound entertaining. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And then I remember after that, I remember Joy Diaz talk about back in the day, they used to have a bomb throwing competition. So you pick up a bomb and you see how far you can throw them.
What?
What is I can throw a competition? That's what it's called. Here you go. Little, let me share this. use that. It's a crackhead throwing competition. It's like you pick up a crackhead and
Oh,
throwing them. Here you go. Enjoy it.
first ever.
12 feet, 9 inches. Here goes on. They got another contestant. Let's go to the tape. Measuring it. 23 feet, 9. That's pretty impressive.
That is.
Crackhead chugging competition. Like, dude.
What? Did they just promise this guy more crack? If here, let me throw you. You'll get crack at the end of this.
Here's a feel anything.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Dang, son. That's wild.
Like, dude, do you remember the people that had the crate challenge?
Yes, I do. Yeah. That was messing people up too. That was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, you could crack a rib easily with that thing.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Would I do that? I'm not gonna lie. I would be tempted to. I feel like my balance is pretty good. I would
Yeah.
be pretty tempted to do that one.
Yeah.
The consequences are high, but
What if you go up, like, no, hold on. It's like you go down backwards.
wait, what?
You go down backwards instead of forward facing. Because usually you can control your weight when you're like you were holding your weight with the front leg as far as
Right.
lunges, and you go down slowly. But once the leg is behind you, if you have much like hip, like too much hip tension, when you go down, that's you lose your balance most of the time.
Yeah.
That's when like whenever you chase somebody, you kick their back leg whenever they're running, not the front one. Get them off balance.
Oh, okay. Yep.
What if you go down backwards instead of facing forward?
Dude. Yeah.
Like those things you were used to get fucked up because it was around the Olympics time too, 2021.
Yeah.
They should have brought that back. Like they should bring that in to the LA Olympics in Skid Row.
Hey man, we can start it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go qualification rounds. You get ESPN the Ocho, get us a sponsor in there so you can get it between the Pillow Fighting Championship and the Microsoft Excel.
Welcome to the Matt Matters Milk Crate. I was trying to think of an M way to put it, but milk crate competition, I guess. Yeah, Matt Matters Milk Crates.
If you could put another C in there, Matt Matters Milk Crate Contest. I wonder who sponsors this because usually Microsoft is Microsoft sponsoring. Who sponsors the Pillow Fighting Championship? Is it my pillow guy?
Yeah, Tempur-Pedic.
Yeah. Dude, have you ever noticed how many mattress stores are open, but how many people buy mattresses? How often people buy mattresses? It's not as often, right?
That's valid. Yeah.
And how do they stay in business?
Like, I feel like mattress selling is lucrative because those are the businesses that are always saying like, oh, we're going out of business, come get this sale because we're going out of business, we have to clear out. And then they're not actually, they're just like changing the name or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of unknowns there. I mean, granted, most of the people I know haven't like changed mattresses in like 8 years, but that is an interesting question.
Yeah, how do they stay in business? So many people you know they bought mattresses recently.
Right, yeah. Yeah, nobody really.
But they're always like open.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I bought my mattress online. I didn't even go to a store.
It was one of those roll ups that you open like you cut it and it just inflates.
Yeah.
I usually try to wait like until the last minute, like till I get to the bed and open it. I don't want to open it in a different room because it'll be a freaking nightmare to move it around.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Once this roll up, like, oh, it's easy, just like put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just want to like roll it like outside. Ah, shit.
Dude. Yeah. I got a buddy at work that said he did that. He opened it in the wrong room and he's like, oh, and then he was screwed because it was like a king or something like that.
Ah, shit. It's a nightmare.
That's the thing. I mean, they're heavy, but like they're not. When they're small, you can pick it up yourself, but as soon as you let that open, it makes it way more difficult.
Yeah, because space itself too. You have to maneuver around all the stuff.
Yep.
Crackhead chucking competition.
That was what was his name? Mr.
Yeah, that's part of the contest. Like he was like it was a national. He was in like well, he's been in a couple of contests because back in the day they used to have weird contests, but the one of them was like national bouncer competition. That's what it's called.
Okay.
And one of the events was that like throwing people. as a bouncer because bouncer you throw people sometimes out. And he said that the reason why he started wearing those necklaces like that was necklaces people were leaving behind at the club. And he was just wearing them. And that's against him.
That's
Like,
funny. His trophies.
yeah, but yeah, Mister. Well, he said. Remember last we just talking about having your name after a rule, but Mister T he say he got a cancer name after him because he got T cell lymphoma when he had cancer at the time. It's like what are the coincidences? Like he gives the hair was a T cell lymphoma from Mr. T.
Mr. T got teed. Dang.
Dude, make sure he doesn't try to get T-bone too. I mean his
Yeah,
life.
for real. For real. Oh my God.
Do you want to go into like some current events going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you see Craig Jones about the thing with Flow Grappler? What do you think of? Do you think that's promotion that he got like arrested for real?
I feel like he did not get arrested for real. I feel like that's something promotional. I've been looking around for anything to do with that since then. I haven't seen a thing. Saw
Yeah,
one video of that, and then after that, it's just been like regular posting. So I
yeah.
I don't I don't
Because I
buy
mean,
that.
the people that were arresting him looked like they were wearing like security, like these not necessarily like cops.
Right.
The security footage. I don't think when he's wearing a jumpsuit, like what kind of jail lets you record with a jumpsuit on?
Yeah, I don't think he's that dumb. Truly, I think he's a great troll. I don't think he's dumb. So,
Maybe Pro Grappling is buying into his marketing strategies.
I mean, I would. It's clearly working.
I mean, he worked enough for him to get millions of dollars for one tournament.
For a repeat tournament. It's not just one.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
because at one point, because whenever he said it first, I thought that the issue was a with I remember the defense soap commercial. Because when during CJI they did the defense soap commercial, and then Pro Grappling said that was a one of their footage that was stolen from there, so they did a copyright in the YouTube and they took down their video. And that's what I thought it was at the beginning was the reason why he was in trouble. But there's no reason for you to get in jail for that kind of stuff.
yeah.
But it seems like they said it was because of that. They picked up that frame and just broke it in the in their office. But like that's not a reason for you to get arrested
No,
either.
no, that's crazy. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have more posters of that.
What's up?
I'm pretty sure they have more posters of
Yeah.
ADCC because you also
Yeah.
have to look at you have to see the pattern. They have like different people's jersey, and then in the middle of that in the wall they have that ADCC poster during the
hmm
video.
hmm
It's like why they have different jerseys, but the one that have a jersey is that poster of ADCC 2022 that he broke.
Yeah.
I'm not serious. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're constantly working on marketing, so it makes
and
sense.
Flow Grappling does need help in the department.
Yeah. No lie. Yeah. Golly, yeah. That is one strange thing. It seems like so far jiu-jitsu and grappling related promotions, for the most part, are not keeping up with the times as far as like promoting themselves, advertising, the shows that they put on. I don't know. It's not advanced.
Yeah, I
It
don't know
feels like
why.
it's
Like, they didn't have they. Is it like archaic? It's usually for just die-hard fans.
Mhm.
Because like it's hard for you like to get casual and just keep up with the times to be
Right.
able to get the attention of those. Because those are the ones that usually they get more the bread and butter. I forgot to mention this right here. This is another weird competition that's going on. I don't know what the hell is going on here. I forgot to mention it earlier. It's a race to the center of a blow pop competition.
I've seen that.
What is going on? You gotta cross. This is a weird competition going around
Yep.
nowadays, man.
Hey man, you got to find something you're good at and then make it big.
Dude, no, man. I don't want to get good at that. It's a 1v1 suck off insanity.
Kind of sus, bro.
You know, right? Dude, the guy was going cross-eyed too. What are you doing, man?
Dang, I thought jiu-jitsu was bad.
This is worse. That Nogi was the limit. Oh, dude. Another thing that happened this weekend. You hear about Jose Aldo retire on Saturday?
I did not.
And he was retiring because he was came in 8 pounds overweight for the weight limit when he was going against Rasa his brother.
Yep.
Supposed to fight at 135, but he came in heavy. And even like that, he said his body wasn't he was able to cut the weight for the competition, and he was see he like his mind was telling him that he was not into it anymore. Like his brain was like, yeah, you have to like just time for you to hang out the gloves. Because he wasn't um in like he wasn't in there for the right reason.
I mean, I don't know. I can't say I'm disappointed with that decision. I feel like he's proved his point. He went out there and he was phenomenal back in his day, but I don't really like seeing old guys go in and just get beat up. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what's been happening. Like, I get it. You don't want to give it up because, I mean, it's been his life for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad to see. Yeah, at some point, you have to stop.
Yeah, he said it service to his career as well. I saw like legacy as well
Yeah.
because like he was known as the king of Rio de Janeiro. The only one loss was like well he lost one early in the career, but like famous one was losing to Conor McGregor that fast, and then he was like well Holloway was in the way that's he dropped down to 135, but he was known for like being like WC days, just beating people. Nick I can't remember his name. The Canadian, he beat him. Cobb Swanson, knee knockout, and all the ones like that. So he coming back and like, if you know he wasn't gonna be able to become a champion again, he should have just had or like just fighting for fighting just for a check. It's not worth it because people are here. All the killers are here. They're paying for their paycheck and also their legacy themselves, and they want to build their name after you. It's also not a good look either
Right. Yeah.
for your legacy as well because you don't want to lose like up and comer. They might not make it that far in their career as him, but it's not good.
Right. No, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
You're
Somebody's
taking
up and
necessary
coming, but
damage.
yeah. Yep.
You don't want to become another BJ Penn.
Exactly. Yeah.
Isn't the case? There's something I heard about. I can't remember what it's called now. Capgras syndrome. Have you heard of that? Capgras syndrome or delusional of doubles is a delusional identification syndrome. It is a syndrome characterized by a false belief that an identical duplicate has replaced someone significant to the patient. That is a thing.
So that's not just, it's a frequent enough occurrence that they have a name for it. That's terrible.
Yeah, I was looking up early in the week. It's like they're looking at what triggers Capgras syndrome. Brain injury, traumatic brain injury may damage your temporal cortex or your amygdala and lead to Capgras syndrome. Mental health condition, schizophrenia, form syndrome, disorder, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and depression are examples of mental health conditions associated with Capgras syndrome, which he did get brain injury when he was in his career.
Yeah. I mean, that's really, really sad to see. It's MMA communities. I'm sure it's boxing communities, although I'm not as familiar. Jiu-jitsu communities. It is really, really sad to see like legends suffer from the trauma that came from whatever they did. Like him, I mean, MMA legendary.
I mean, one of the first double champ in the organization. We submitted Matt Hughes.
Yeah. Yeah, like what was it? 3-year black belt? Something like that.
And you have 3 years to get black belt first. I don't know if he's the first American to win international jiu-jitsu tournament.
Yeah.
The prodigy. It's sad to see him now having
Right.
disorder issues.
Yeah, that's the thing. Damage to the brain is just no joke. You can't ignore that.
Mm-hmm. He's right there. And I mean, to this point right now, he thinks that his family is dead and then he's being portrayed by somebody else.
Yep. Yep.
Because I remember he used to, at the beginning, I thought that he was just being a conspiracy theorist because he used to post a lot of videos about political figures that would wear masks. It's like I don't know, maybe just chuck it up to the conspiracy theory. One of those people, just like Rampage Jackson's a flat Earth and Bryce Mitchell too. That's like maybe just what it was. But then start seeing that having those things saying that his mom was killed and they trying to kill him too. It was weird.
I mean, in reality, it probably is. It probably is his brain like morphing those conspiracy theories into this now. But it like just twisting the what he was already thinking into being something that he now believes.
Mm-hmm. They're like true paranoia.
Yeah, I mean, you see that. You see some like one that comes to mind is Jared Lawton. He's was a pretty renowned jiu-jitsu guy coming up. He's a now was a professor in Maine for a while, but he trained in Florida jiu-jitsu and like just worked his way up very quickly. He was a very good grappler, but he had a stroke a couple of years back, and I feel like you see that in a lot of the older jiu-jitsu guys now, like a lot of the well-known guys that you see the strokes. Just, I mean, they say getting choked out increases the risk of that, and I feel like that's becoming very evident. But it's just, yeah, it's definitely sad to see. Unfortunately, there are negative side effects to some of this stuff.
I mean, like, because like that's one of the main veins that provide blood to your brain, the carotid. So you keep blocking it and blocking it like so many times. Your body only can heal itself so long. Like building plaque on the having a stroke, especially like brain, like dude, something scary is having a brain bleed,
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
like brain aneurysm. It's like a tic tac bomb.
I actually had an uncle who died from that. Had an
Man,
aneurysm just all of a sudden. So, yeah. That was
was it sudden?
yeah, I wasn't born yet. It was like the year before I was born, something like that. But yeah, there was no signs at all. He was healthy 1 minute, and then the next minute he was dead.
It happened to my well, she wasn't like really my aunt. She was my grandmother's sister-in-law. She was like she was fine too. She was like riding bicycle the day before. She was waiting in line for something, and she just dropped dead right there on the spot. I'm not sure like if it's like she had a brain issue. They maybe like have a blood issue, like as far as like blood pressure that caused it. Don't know. She's like dropped dead. She's picking on vacation for her husband that's diabetic. She just dropped dead right there. It's taking a bomb that you don't know either.
Right? Yeah. Who knows? I mean, maybe she had a headache or something that she was ignoring. But
Mhm.
yeah, wow.
And you know, like maybe something that pissed her off and just
Yeah. True. Just overloaded
mhm.
something.
Scary.
It is.
To have like a, it's like a silent killer.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. It's one of those things you never know.
Maybe you have people like Keith Richards that he's like he used to do heroin back in the day, still alive like nothing.
Yeah, it's true.
The word on the street said that every time somebody smokes a cigarette, Keith Richards gets another minute of life. That's why he's still alive. Like the ghost of like, back in the day.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how old is he?
I'm looking him up. Heath
He looks like the death Green Reaper.
Heath Richard. Am I getting something wrong here? He's not even coming up.
Keith Richards with the S.
Yeah. Heath.
He's 81 years old.
That's so weird. I'm getting like a soccer player every time.
How do you spell Keith?
That's yep. That's what it. There we go. I had Heath. I was.
No, Keith.
Yep. Dang. Yeah. He's definitely seen some time.
Yeah. Was he in one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
Not that I know of. Was he? I
He
do
was Captain
remember a
T.
guy.
He's Captain T.
Okay. I was just thinking. I was like, I remember a guy that looked kind of like that. That's wild.
Yeah, he was a. Yeah, that's what I remember him from. Captain T. Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, dude, my wife and I we went on the Pirates of the Caribbean marathon at one point. When our daughter was born, and we just on leave. She started watching Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hey man, they're good movies.
Yeah,
My girlfriend and I actually just started watching them again.
yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite was A World's End.
Which one was that? Was that?
That is with Calypso.
Okay.
My favorite part is that freaking opening scene where they're hanging. His man stole the wing from her bed, bound her in her 60 hours, and by the powers where we'll
Hey man, that's a good tune.
yeah, move together. Have you seen that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's Kira Knightley. I think she stars in the beginning rolling the bone after that.
Okay. Yep.
World's End.
Yep.
Always the colors.
Mm.
That's what they traded in Captain Sparrow. Like,
Right.
that's the one. World's End.
Man. Yeah, there's so
Spoiler
many.
alert.
Yeah.
They was in the last 24 years. Kept the career. But they said they were going to come up with another one. Mohammed Singh.
Really?
They were supposed to come with another one, and then Johnny Depp got into trouble with the Amber Heard issue.
Right.
So they cut him off. But I don't know who would be there. I mean, the whole ride in even in Disney World, Captain Sparrow is him, Johnny Depp.
I mean, I thought Johnny Depp said he wasn't going to get involved anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he said he was done with them because they were trying to screw him over
Mm-hmm.
with the whole Amber Heard thing. Side note, Disney, I don't know if this is old news or new news, but there is a roller coaster in Disney that apparently they were riding and this guy was like having a blast and he stood up during it and he got decapitated. Like it took his head clean off. Granted, this is all Instagram, so I don't know how true this is.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, like they were saying, like the people behind him were, having a good time and they thought that was normal. And they thought like they just got splashed with water or something. But no, apparently it took his head off.
Here's something about that. Maybe Spaceman. Spaceman. I heard Spaceman is dark.
Yeah.
Let's look it up. They have so many of them in there. The tallest one in there, I think, is Station Everest at the time that I went there.
Yeah, they're saying Space Mountain.
But yeah, that's the dark one. So if they don't see it, probably.
Right. I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to believe that that is like a possibility
Yeah,
because
standing
like,
up.
well, exactly. And like I work at a manufacturing plant where like everything is very, very closely analyzed to see if you can hurt yourself on it. Like we have stuff in place. So if somebody wanted to hurt themselves, the machine would not let them. So to think like at a roller coaster, they would have something low enough that somebody could stand up and hit. I don't know. That does seem a little far fetched.
Yeah. Also, that was an old roller coaster. How old is Spaceman?
Good question.
And they're being in 1975.
This is that okay. AI overview is claiming that's not factual.
Okay.
That somebody was not decapitated.
I think somebody got sick in there.
That I believe.
Yeah, that's easily. I have so many of their roller coaster. When I first went there, well, it was last time I went there. They had the Slinky Dog Dash, which is the Toy Story roller coaster. There was the gondolas. They have an issue there. Like a week before, they got stuck. People were stuck in the gondolas for hours. That
Oh,
issue.
really?
I think like for 4 hours, some people were stuck there on gondolas. It's a nightmare, especially if it's hot in Florida.
Right.
Getting stuck in the gondola.
Mm.
Boom. There was one that happened year before last. I think it was a kid that was like overweight, 400 pounds, and he couldn't like close all the way. And then he was in the ride. He fell out of the ride.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if it was like a drop zone, one of those. Though the drop zone is like just go up and just drop you. He was too big for it to close. It wasn't close all the way. And then some of those rides, like people that work there, like they don't really care about security. The carnivals are like, nah, just here for our pay. And that's what happened. He fell out of there and he died. I think he was a teenager too. I can't remember how old he was. But I mean, Disney they had their stuff together most of the time. I mean, they
Right,
had like really
right,
strict
yeah.
stuff. I mean, they don't have mosquitoes in Disney World. In Florida, no mosquitoes. That's how they have the shit together. Like they have like that. It's a confectionery which they have their vents. It blows into the street so people can smell the bakery. So you make you hungry when you're walking by.
I've heard they have their trash cans like very specifically placed, like a certain distance apart, because they did a study on like how far most people would carry trash before they just like dropped it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they put a trash can like it's really, really frequent. But I guess that's how they make sure they don't get trash everywhere with that many people.
And they have their own underground like tunnels because some of the people that they were like their custom, they had to move from one place to another.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them they go underground. and they decided to like travel from one place to another, especially freaking hot in Florida.
Yeah, right.
And they have a Disney jail too. They have Disney jail, so you get in trouble in there to take you in there. There's a jail under there. In case you get in trouble.
Really?
Yeah, so you can wait for the tourists and things like that. It's different. Like, I mean, it's a freaking world, literally a different world in there. Because you cannot dress as one of the characters there either. No, you can't. Because even as a fan, you cannot dress as one of the characters there.
Yeah, they're probably trying to protect their.
Yeah. Some asshole dressed as freaking Tarzan, like showing up
Yeah,
to
for
grabbing
real.
kids and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah.
Not, he doesn't work for us.
It's crazy.
I remember a buddy of mine worked there, where two of them were there, but usually they have like hospitality, like a degree. They go over there and they work as interns there for like Disney.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yep.
he stayed there for like the period of time. Because a buddy of mine, he worked there in Disney, and then after that he got hired by Universal.
Wow, that's
He's right
cool.
there. He's right there in Orlando too.
My brother's wife actually, she used to work there. I can't remember exactly what she did, but she loved it working there.
Which one?
My brother Micah, he worked at
I don't know which one.
she worked
Universal
at
or Disney
the
World?
Florida one,
Oh,
Disney
Disney
World.
World.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Yeah, some people are diehard for those things, man.
yeah, yeah.
People move down there for it.
Yeah. I mean, I know several families that go there yearly, which blows my mind. I've never been, but it's a lot of money, I think.
Yeah. With that being said,
Yeah.
I'll do a fundraiser for December. My wife and I and my kids are going there for second
Passing the
time.
hat.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're going in December.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's a lot of money.
Yeah, I've
But
heard
yeah,
that.
but they have packages in there which you can like save you money. So for example, they have I'm not Disney fanatic, but they have like if you stay in the property, you have like a magic hours. So like hour before opening, you can go in there for they call it rope drop. So you go there and people that are staying in the property, they can I get there hour early for rides.
Yeah,
You can
that's
get like
cool.
the shuttle that they have there, so you have to pay for transportation. Then you have like you can go to the water park the first day if you don't have a park to go to. So you go to the water park there. If you like certain times, like they have like a if you buy like use their card, you can when you purchase your ticket for a stay, actually the meal plan is included. So it's like $1,200 per person at times for the whole week that you're in there. So like save that much money. Like that's a lot of money to save, especially
Yeah,
eating bar.
yeah,
But you're like looking for like the discounts, kind of like a string couponing. Remember that show?
yeah,
Kind of like that,
yeah,
but for Disney.
yeah. Dang.
But yeah, it is like crazy when you go there. Like, oh, they have the shit together, and then you can do another thing. It's called Hopper Pass. But usually, people they have like a one park a day, like a Magic Kingdom. They go to Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, and Epcot. That's a fourth one there and there. You can go one day. But if you get the Hopper Pass, you can go when you're done Magic Kingdom. You can go to another like Epcot. And so you like go knock out two parks in one day. But even though you're there for like a week or 2 weeks, you still don't see everything in there. There's so much in there.
Yeah, I had to Google it and just see how big it is. 'Cause I have no idea. I've never been. I I don't know a whole lot about it, but it looks like a lot of fun though.
Mm-hmm. It's a whole town. That's what it seems like.
Yeah,
Whole
yeah.
city. In which I think they don't pay taxes, if I remember correctly.
Thought I heard something about that. Yeah.
Because remember that was one of the issues like I can't remember what the governor there is. I can't remember his name. I remember Trump used to call it Santimonious. DeSantis. That's his last name. Because DeSantis, he was having issue with Disney, and then he was trying to have him tax him because they don't pay taxes. And how much money they make because Disney owns a lot of stuff.
Right.
They own ESPN. They
Yeah.
own ABC, I think.
I mean, that's like the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
NFL used to be a nonprofit.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of money.
Well, yeah, which they made crazy money for being a
Because you have
nonprofit.
the consideration is that organization itself, and then you have franchise. Every team is a different franchise, a different corporation.
Yeah, that I mean,
which that's what the GFL, which I don't know if it's still in business or not, was trying to look like try to do for MMA. Have different teams have their own franchise. So team owners from LA,
mm,
team owner from New York, Dubai.
that would be cool. That would be kind of a way to get training more affordable for people. Because I mean, right now they have to train, work normal jobs, and that's crazy. The amount of training.
What's the name?
Sorry.
Demetrius Johnson. He was like working at a recycling center until he was a champion. But he became champion. That's why he quit that job. But he worked at a recycling center.
Yeah, it really is. It's crazy. I mean, yeah. I think it was Islam Makachev. I sent it to here. I'll see if I can find it. I sent it, I think, to Mike. I can't remember if I sent it to anybody else. It was like, yes. So is Islam Makachev. He apparently has 3 kids and one new one. And they're like, so how do you balance like training and the newborn? He said, my kids, I don't see them very much.
That's how he handled it. I'm a terrible father.
Yeah.
That's how I handle it. I'm only gonna be champion for this long. After this, I can raise him. And now it makes sense whenever he sent it to DC. You want the kid to get good at wrestling, send him to Dagestan. 3 years, forget.
2, 3 years, forget.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
told him I
for
can
real.
do that.
Apparently he just does forget his kids.
Yeah. That's what he does. He said it worked for him.
Yeah.
Now he's the pound for pound for that reason.
I mean, in reality, yeah, I don't know how you balance that because that's a huge responsibility versus like pretty crazy training has to be.
Yeah. Because MMA is different sports within the sport.
Exactly. You have to kind of be an expert of a lot of different things to be even decent in that.
Because there's something he started Taekwondo and then he did Sambo. He was like completely like at the world level in Sambo. That's the transition to MMA. But they're asking like, will you go back? I think Demetrius Johnson asking like, will you go back to Sambo after this? Like, nah, it's too late. Like he don't want. He don't think he will do that because it takes so many years for him to like get to that level. Be good at Sambo competition. And think we'll be able to. By the way, you see Craig Johnson said about Sambo, how Sambo started.
But wasn't it like a couple Russians went to Japan, saw judo, and said, "Wouldn't it be better if we took our pants off?"
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And that's how Sambo started. Typical trolling.
And now he's known as like the Sambo killer because like he has genuinely helped coach guys that have overcome Sambo, like
Mhm.
really good Sambo guys. That's so funny. Oh my god.
Because your boy he lost too. I can't remember his name right now. 170 pound champion. I can't remember his name. Mohammed. Belal
Yes,
Mohammed.
yes.
That guy.
Dude, did you see the press conference where the people were like coming in and just grilling him? Like
No.
one dude came up to the mic. He's like, "So, what are the odds you think you'd win a street fight by decision?" And Bilal's like, "You know what? Let's go out back. We'll see if I win by decision." And they're like, "Oh, calm down, calm down. We're not doing that. We're not doing that." The next guy to come up, the next guy is like, "Shoot, I forgot your name, man. I'm sorry." And then he just like started laughing and walked off because, dude, they were not giving him a break. I cannot imagine that.
Dude, he
That would
was
be
talking
so
about
brutal.
he was talking nonsense. He says he's boxing as good as Canelo.
I know. I know. I
And
saw
he's
that, and
going.
I saw somebody like paired clips of his training afterwards.
Mhm.
Wild.
And
His
paddleboard.
boxing looked horrible. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure mine looks worse than that, but
Say that
that was not Chris.
you don't say that your boxing is like Canelo's.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
100%.
he does. Do you see his lip?
I did. He took a solid hit on that one.
He said like he got
Did you see the fight?
split. No, I didn't see it.
I didn't either. And I kind of wish I had because it looks like it must have been a good one. They took a beating.
They went to a decision. Look at his lip.
Yeah. Yeah. That's legit.
Crazy cut.
I hadn't like until the whole Canelo comment thing. I hadn't seen enough of him to really know why nobody liked him. But do you think that's why? Is he just making cringy comments like that all the time? I mean, I know he does a lot of decisions, but like even that doesn't warrant how much flack he's caught.
Because seems like some people think he's delusional. Like some stuff that outrageous things that he said that I don't know if it's for cloud or like fake it till you make it. But I haven't like looked into him much, like to be like a give like a safe assessment of why people don't like him and talking reckless, get his mouth split, and then like talking about like having heavy hands, and then like he got dropped in a couple of matches before, like Joe Ban, he got not dropped. Wasn't the guy? It wasn't Neil. Was it Neil? I can't remember who else. It was Neil Magny. Somebody else that he was going against that dropped him too, and he lost that match too. But anytime that he will get dropped in the match, he will definitely lose that match. Ended up losing the decision or the match itself. And he considers himself as a striker. G of Neil, that's his name. They went against. But I mean, and then one thing probably also people have a memory for remembering as far as people that win by eye poke or like for example, remember Aljamain Sterling with the head, the knee to the head. Some people hold a grudge for those kind of matches like that decision. So that might be another reason why. Because remember, it was a eye poke against Leon Edwards' first match, and he thought that he was going to get a DQ, but actually it was no contest. Then start the fight. So maybe another reason why people hold a grudge against him.
That's true. I could see that. Yeah. That makes sense. It's just the sorriest way to win, really.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you see somebody like rejoicing afterwards. Like I get it, kind of, in the fact that it is an accomplishment. You made it somewhere, and you're probably getting paid for it. But yeah, I mean, there's guys that do that like classily. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Anthony Smith, remember versus John Jones? He was down, and John Jones was for a head, knee. He got hit in the head, and therefore, you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm okay. Even though Anthony Smith was losing that fight, he could have gone that way and said that, no, man, I don't feel good. Like, they could have called it
Right.
a DQ. And there will be another DQ loss against John Jones, which that's his only loss in his
Yeah.
record.
Yeah.
Could be another one. He could have lost his title there, but Anthony Smith, like, no, I'm good. I don't want to win like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't something like that would put you out, why would you make it look like that?
Yeah. Yeah. That to me that's super classy. I mean, very, very respectable.
Yeah, and like another thing I was gonna say, the damn, I just escaped out. I just forget about it. Sorry, city. But as far as like those
Too much
winning, like
mother's
you don't
milk.
want to, huh?
Too much mother's milk.
Yeah, that's what it is. In his motorboat. But yeah, that's what I said. Like that's the thing is a valid point that you're not a champion until you defend it. Because you can win it one way is like that, but until you defend the title, you're not really a champion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because most of the time, if you see like the greats as far as like championship, are the ones that are able to defend the title many times. Because once you are at the bottom, it's easy for you to stay hungry because you have the goal in mind. But as you become a champion and start defending and defending, you have those hungry lions coming after you with a target in your chest.
Studying you.
Yeah, and your life gets a lot easier because you have more resources available and you get more distractions, not just from people, but also like business ideas, you have television gigs, you have press conference, you have media obligations in which your calendar minimizes your time for training and recovery as a champion.
Yeah, that's agency is so easy. I mean, it gets everybody. The fact that you are now the top and everybody has you in their sights and they're training for you, even if they're training for somebody else, they're training for you at the same time. Yeah, if you can defend that top title, you're the real thing for sure.
Yeah, because they're getting like every match that they have more information about you. Especially if you go to decision, they have more footage of you to study different patterns. So if somebody like Pereira, that's why he was Enigma itself because he was supposed to put people out in a lot of matches. But then the longer you go matches, for example, they had the Jan Blakovic match, and you have the Khalil Roundtree matches that went longer, those were able like to say, oh, be able to see like different patterns. You had the first match with Israel Asanya, like he was losing. That's another that had a lot of matches like time. And to see how he does, see the tempo, how he like body reaction as the match goes. You have to download those, and that's probably why John Jones to go back again is afraid of going Aspinall because he has so much footage for Aspinall to study, but he doesn't have much on Aspinall.
Yeah. Stallon's been very quick.
Even when he lost, he was quick. When he blew his knee.
Yeah, but yeah, blowing out your knee like the weakness. I mean, I guess it could be if he's got a weak knee, but
Yeah, no, I'm saying like that's how fast it was. Like even that match was a fast one.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
like a freak accident. He just blew his knee
right.
at the beginning of the match.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if you had like a fast loss, but it was somebody like dominating you, you could see weaknesses there. But if it's his knee blown out, it's not somebody exploiting him. It's just freak. Yeah, like you said.
So that happens sometimes. The freak accidents like that in the octagon. Well, like, for example, the Randy Couture accident with Vitor Belfort, the guy's eyelid with the glove. They had to stop the match as a doctor stoppage. They had another incident in which one of the fighters, his foot got stuck between the cage and the canvas during the match.
Really?
Yeah, like I think he broke his foot, but I think they changed the design for the canvas since then. Because remember, if that space right there is so small, and then somebody laying on top of the canvas, you'll fuck your shit up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Also, the fence grabbing. Also, the another thing is not just fence grabbing, but also save your fingers because man, your finger getting caught in there and breaking your fingers.
yeah. Happens in the gi a lot.
Well, I seen one fight. I can't remember what promotion it was. A guy, he lost his finger. Well, he
I
was.
saw that.
He
I
thought they went to
saw
the crowd, and they didn't know that he was actually inside the glove. Whenever they took the gloves off, because the finger was inside the glove.
inside his own glove.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I think there's been a couple cases of people losing like their finger at the middle knuckle from MMA, but I hadn't heard that. That's crazy. Did it bend back or bend?
I remember. Oh, I have. Trying to look at the picture. The picture doesn't show much. It's just the finger is broken. The middle knuckle that you said. So I don't see where the other part of the finger is. Because how do you attach them back again? I can see that happening. We try to block a punch, like right overhand, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's plenty of places for that impact to be taken.
for some reason I think Norma Eunice happened. She broke her finger one time like that.
Oh,
First
really?
time Eunice, it's hard to close your hand to make punches. Your finger's broken.
Yeah,
I don't know if you were to show the video because we get banned from um YouTube
right.
already. We have
Yeah,
already on the left. This is a Facebook video because they thought that he had lost a finger in the crowd, but the finger was in the glove. I can find it. But here's the video. How do you take the glove off? It definitely has to be doctor stoppage because that's considered like a broken limb, right? I mean, adrenaline, you don't feel it either.
right, right. I'm sure he didn't.
The time you don't feel it.
It's gotta be. Yeah, I mean, that's gotta put most people into shock seeing something like that too. Like your finger's just gone.
Yeah. Like, dude, where did it go? Somebody, it's like it's considered like a home run in MMA. Of course,
Yeah,
it could be a Russian.
yeah, yeah.
That happened to Jim. Crazy. It was just freak accidents too. That happened.
I tell him you really got to be prepared for anything when you're stepping into the cage. It just who knows what could happen.
At least it's safer now. Back in the days, it used to be wild. Those fights used to happen inside the cage and outside the cage. Because there'd be like a lot of crazy casinos, strip clubs, parking
Yep.
lots. The events used to happen.
Yeah.
Now you have it in civic centers, like operas, like when they do operas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those have events.
Yeah. There was now the NEF, the one that Mike fought in. One of the ones they had was in it was in a theater, and it's like these fancy designs everywhere. It was funny. The staff was all like a bunch of old people, and they were all like lining the back rows in the top, reading books while the people are fighting. It was hilarious. Yeah.
They had to wear those like a red sports jacket.
Did they?
Yeah.
They had some kind of they had something like that. I don't know if it was, yeah, I don't know what colors it was, but
You seen someone like in some theaters they wear those like red jackets, like
yeah, gotta be all fancy and uniform, and
yeah,
yeah, there's dudes fighting, getting all bloody down below.
yeah, just chaos going on there.
Yeah.
It's a lot different back in the day. Dude, that used
Hmm.
to be crazy. Like I remember going to some fights, like dude, hopefully she doesn't go down like Gosling. And for example, like the Adolfo fight with South Carolina. Remember we went down there? Two of the guys that were, I think, in the main event, they got into a fight, and the families got into a fight during the face off during the weigh-ins. So like, oh, fuck, hopefully this shit doesn't go down here whenever we're down here, man. I want to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
It's a fucking
but
nightmare.
yeah, not trying to get involved in that.
Yeah, I feel like getting stabbed tonight.
Yeah.
Any other night. So that's when like you was going like, dude, I'm out of here, man. Like, I don't know, yeah. I need to get stitches. I be in the fight. Yeah, that's a lot safer nowadays.
Yeah, thankfully.
Now they have sanctions because they have commissions. I thought the commissions then they're involved as well, which kind of like a sport or like a they're more like a governmental or so. I mean, you have to get a license to compete. I mean, I had to fill out some paperwork for like for coaching, just coaching.
Really?
Yeah, for like South Carolina, you have to like fill in your paperwork for it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, either. It's like, and they go like, yeah, I'll send you the paperwork for it. Like, what is this? Like, yeah, you have to have your license because it's like a work in there. You pay for it.
Mhm. Hmm.
I know that's the thing. I saw they're just coaching, playing grab ass. I know that's the. I have to make it formal. But yeah, so now it's more like organized.
I mean, yeah, that definitely has its benefits, though. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, because it keeps the team more organized compared to like having a freaking just a brawl outside a strip club
yeah,
with a cage in it. There's
yeah,
no much organization there.
yeah, that would, I could see that being a street beefs match, basically.
Yeah, yeah, and that's wild too.
Yeah,
Street beefs, like no blood testing, no nothing. Like you can have go with somebody that has a
yeah.
freaking
Yeah, that is so not attractive to me. If, oh, yeah, you fight the wrong person and you could come out completely different for the rest of your life.
but yeah, like do you find any chicken coops?
Yep.
See you doing there tennis courts just for cloud.
Hmm.
And you'd be surprised the kind of people that go sign up for that stuff.
I mean, I think to a lot of people it's like a way to prove yourself, but not for me.
No, it's a hard way, man. You're taking punches for free. You're taking
Yeah,
damage for free. That's what you're
yeah,
doing.
yeah. Each their own.
I used to do that shit when I was little for free. Just my
Yeah,
brother just have an old mattress. Just jump out there, just wrestle each other.
yeah. Some people didn't have that, so I guess they gotta find other avenues.
Yeah, to each their own, man. I don't want to cast judgment on them, but I don't
Yeah,
think it's worth it.
right. I agree.
Take the much damage. Speaking of casting judgment, do you hear about this wrestler, Kyle Snyder? He wrestled for Penn State. No, no,
Did.
Penn State, but for Nathan Lion.
Mm-hmm.
He got caught in a prostitution sting.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah. What is there to say? Yeah, I've heard that happening, but a way to go from really high up to really down.
Yeah, because like he's like soliciting a prostitute. He was known for being like one of those guys that's like heavy on religion, faith, and stuff like that. He has
Oh,
family.
really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he's like big into religion. He has a wife and kid, and then he got caught with a almost 60-year-old.
You for real?
I gotta send you the video. TMZ had the video when he was getting arrested. He was in the hotel with his pants down. The cops had to pull his pants on when they had to walking down the lobby.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh no.
Yep.
Soliciting prostitute online. That's what he got caught for. And then this thing. Wow. And now he one of the main shoes or like well Rudis is there called RUDIS. The Nike used to be the official like gear for the US wrestling, USA wrestling. But now it's Rudy's. Rudy's actually has sponsorship for him. They have a shoe, KS, Kyle Snyder. After him, yesterday I went to the website. All of his stuff is gone from the website. Not even a final sale. Everything. His name is not even on the website. So that's gone. One of the possibilities that he'll be able to get a head coach position, a big college.
Yep.
There's
That'll
a
change.
reputation. So I want to cast judgment on him. I mean, he wanted to get a rubber tug like Robert Kraft back in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So man, he really like just that time.
It's really crazy. I mean, at the time, I'm not sure that they're thinking about this, but like they are throwing their entire lives away or putting their entire lives at risk, at least
Mm-hmm.
for a quick thing. I mean, that's crazy to me. I don't know.
And then the thing about it, he's that's his hometown, Columbus, Ohio, because he lives in Pennsylvania. But he was like in Columbus, Ohio, against visiting, and that's what happened when he went there. Which makes you wonder how many times he's done it before.
Alan, yeah.
His hometown. I mean, his nickname was Captain America. I think over the 9 times that he's been in worlds, he had medal 8 out of them. Remember that happened to Pat Downey. He's like spoke his mind. I think that's why he got kicked out. And other stuff that he did. Pat Downey, remember him? He lost his payment from stipend. That's what he said. He lost a lot of like sponsorship. He got kicked out of the RTC for the Olympic Training Center. USA Wrestling kicked him out. That's why he went into Jiu-Jitsu because of what happened before. But now, Snyder, he hasn't been kicked out yet from the USA Wrestling for these actions. Hopefully, he'll get it back together, his stuff together.
It's a quick way to get cast out.
Another talent, all for Grace. Also, you have to take consideration the biggest stars cast the biggest shadows. So whenever those things come out,
Cool.
I mean, like a 60-year-old, what is his age? What are we doing here, sir? Allegedly, that was a former bodybuilder, the cop. That was like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, this guy, man. Hey, man, he has his type, I guess.
Yeah. I guess.
Man. But at least he's not beating his wife. At least he's not beating his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's only cheating on her.
yeah. The oh man, but hopefully he will be able to correct his actions. I mean, he's only 29.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's so young. Got so much left.
Being a close on that note,
Sure.
I think I was going to go over one more thing about John Jones talking about DC that he'll be able to beat him a heavyweight. He put a beating on him more like if he was a heavyweight now. It's like DC was like, no man, like the reason why John Jones didn't fight me a heavyweight is because he said I will have an advantage. He has said it before.
John Jones wouldn't fight DC at heavyweight?
Yeah, because remember DC at the time he was doing heavyweight and light heavyweight, but he won't fight DC at heavyweight because he said that DC will be at advantage. But I said that John Jones has said that he'll be able to put a worse beating on him now at heavyweight that he will give it to light heavyweight.
Yeah, you can talk all the shit you want now. Now that DC's retired, sure. That's, yeah.
He
That's
can
some
say the same
bullshit.
thing. He can say the same thing about Ngannou. Now that he's not in an organization either. He can say all that. But man, whenever you have another dog waiting for you that you're not willing to fight right now, Aspinall.
Right.
Talk about
Mm-hmm.
him. Why do you talk
Yep.
about him?
Yeah. Get DC's name out of your mouth and,
Yeah.
yeah.
He
Talk
said,
about
like,
somebody
dude,
who would actually fight you right now.
yeah, like, dude, I'm retired. I play golf for my like, dude, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wanna find me.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Focus on the test at hand.
That is the last thing he wants to do.
Yeah. He's running away from me.
Hmm. Yep. It's not even like, I don't know. At this point, he's not even hiding it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
That's why
like,
isn't that the reason why he's changed his picture for his profile? A duck with the bell.
John Jones said?
Yeah, that's why.
That's funny.
He's dugging him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still. That's his
I hadn't seen it recently.
Bones Jones. I mean, if John Jones able to get his shit together, getting so much education, pretty sure Captain America will be able to do it too. Carl Snyder.
It's funny. Yeah.
He does?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what he had for a reason.
Yeah, yeah.
He's ducking Aspinall.
Mm-hmm. It works. It fits.
I mean, he was willing to fight a light heavyweight champion before he fought, what you said, Pereira.
I don't know. That is, yeah. Do you
Aspinall should give
picture?
you the same.
What's that?
Aspinall should, Jones, get your shit together. I'm waiting for you. That's what he told him.
Do you think
When
they'll
the,
give Jones a different fight before Aspinall, or is it?
what's that?
Do you think they'll give Jones another fight before Aspinall, or is it Aspinall or nothing at this point for him?
According to Dana, what he says is going to be Aspinall or nothing. But John Jones wanted to do the Pereira match. But also, you have to take consideration there's no more championship anymore. He will have to vacate the title.
Righty.
Which Pereira won't want, like, he had to vacate the title to go fight heavyweight. Who will be a triple threat match with Aspinall? Because Aspinall is also an interim champion. The title has been unified over a year now. The interim champion is usually supposed to be unified against the champion, but it hasn't happened.
I don't know. I'm curious. I would be. I would think that the competition would be getting pretty frustrated at this point.
Yeah, especially the competition, but also like the weight class itself. I thought you two are holding the division hostage. They don't want to fight each other. Yeah, Aspinall hasn't fought either.
Right.
What's the last time he fought?
It's been a minute.
2024. He
Yeah,
defended the
going in a
title.
year. Wow.
He defended the title and he won the title in November 2023. But he hasn't fought for the unified title the last 2 years.
Something's got to happen. I don't know. I don't know what's going to give first, but something has to.
Yeah, probably John Jones. Hopefully, John Jones will just retire.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Aspinall find somebody for the actual title, which probably be Cyril Gahn.
Yeah, you think so?
Because I can't remember last time Cyril Gahn fought other than John Jones. He was in a movie recently too. Yeah, last time Cyril Gahn fought was one decision, December 2024. He lost against John Jones and he beat Sergey Spivak, TKO, and then Alexander Volkov won by decision, split decision in Vegas 2024. I mean, that'll be the next guy. He only lost 2 champions, John Jones and Francis Ngannou. He's right there.
Yep.
He's not getting any younger either.
No, that's for sure.
He's 35 years old. What did I see him recently? Him in the movie that he was like a kind of like a gangster.
Okay.
Den of Thieves 2. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen Den of Thieves? With Gerard Butler and Ice Cube's son. And then one of the guys that was in the movie, 13 Hours. Remember the guy who does the sign with insurgents in the movie 13 Hours? He's doing the sign with them. He's the one that's in the movie Den of Thieves, the first one.
Oh, okay.
But that's a good movie. Den of Thieves 2. That's what I remember him. Pantera. That's what I remember seeing Cyril Gahn in there. It's like, fucking Cyril Gahn? Like, sure enough, it's Cyril Gahn in there. Getting some street creds.
That's right.
Hopefully be able to get something in heavyweight. Because that's usually the most sought after weight class for fans. The heavyweight.
Mm-hmm. Naturally. Yeah. Just the power.
Mm-hmm. Baddest man on the planet. You want to close us in that note?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed the podcast today. Definitely covered a variety of topics as usual. You can listen to us on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, iHeartRadios, iTunes. Feel free to tune in live on YouTube. Thanks again for listening. Hope you'll see you next time.